So now what I will do is I will turn it over to Francois, where he'll give an update on Fujitsu's open and disaggregated portfolio, as well as how we're working together and more. So Francois, over to you.
Thank you, Kelly. So at Fujitsu, we're primarily known for our optical transport portfolio. We've been in the optical industry since the early. We've introduced several generations of DWDM equipment. And 5 years ago, we introduced our disaggregated product portfolio, which is the Onefinity product line. And Onefinity provides a complete offering of optical transport equipment that would be at the layer 0 ROADM from our small L100 to L900. And we have also our own internally designed transponders and muxponders from 30 gigabaud to 150 gigabaud from the T300 to the T900. We also have a portfolio of pluggable transceivers, CFP2 DCOs, CFP2 ACOs, and as well, we're known for our level of service, our high quality services that we provide to our customers, which would be installation, 24/7 support, NOC services. But what we're doing is we're delighted to be in partnership with IP Infusion to bring the routing and the switching portfolio into our umbrella. If you notice on the left, we do not have any in-house design layer 3 type devices. And the fact that we adopted a disaggregated platform with Onefinity makes it a lot easier for us to bring partners like IP Infusion who have a long-standing tradition of expertise in layer 3 and incorporate their products into our family, and we go to the customer with a complete offering from the layer 0 ROADM through our transponders and our services all the way to a layer 3 capability with IP Infusion. Next slide. So when you look at our reference network architecture, on the left, we have access products portfolio where you could find a T300 transponder, for example, but that's where you'll find a lot of the IP Infusion devices, like a 28DX, for example, for cell tower backhaul, for carrier aggregation, for enterprise termination of services, and these devices connect to metro regional type infrastructure where you find the traditional ROADMs like at the L100, L130, which is the 9-port and 32-port ROADMs, which is really our expertise, long-standing expertise as a company. In that metro regional network, you would find a mix of T300, T700, T900, which is Fujitsu organic transponders, coexisting with IP Infusion devices with IP over DWDM, typically a 400 gig OpenZR plus, coexisting on the same rack, and essentially each technology providing individual wavelengths to the ROADM infrastructure. And this evolves into the long-haul network where you find our T900 and L900 continuous C+L architecture. You would find probably a little less IP Infusion devices there because the traffic has largely been aggregated in the metro and regional space. But as you can see here, you can go from access to long-haul with combinations of disaggregated solutions coming from Fujitsu and IP Infusion to provide both organic high-performance transponders as well as IP over DWDM. Now, more importantly, all of this is managed by a single controller. And this is where it really bring forward the differentiation that's offered here with this partnership is that Fujitsu has a controller solution called Virtuora, and Virtuora in this case manages not only the Fujitsu products, ROADM and transponders, but it also integrates the management of the IP Infusion device. So for a customer who deploys a network similar to this architecture, there's a single controller, the Fujitsu controller, which completely controls the layer 3 IP Infusion device all the way down to the ROADM photonic layer as a single pane of glass, and from a customer point of view, it looks like a single solution. One example of a use case where both companies work together and achieve success is there was a customer that was looking for a solution to evolve their existing network. And what they were looking for was a DWDM layer with ROADM technology, a controller, and IP over DWDM delivered to us as a turnkey solution with all installation, commissioning, delivered to them. I mean, we're talking about a customer here that didn't have all the internal engineering resources to do it themselves. And this is really an example of where the partnership between Fujitsu and IP Infusion makes sense. The solution in the end was to package our ROADM products, in this case the L100, with the OCNOS devices, the 28DC and the 56DX, coupled with some 400G ZR Plus pluggables, and all the Fujitsu fulfillment, installation, provisioning, test, and turn-up services, and deliver to that customer that complete solution end-to-end in a very short delivery cycle. And all of the critical pieces were coming from one supplier that really acted as an integrator, which is Fujitsu. Essentially, the best of breed technology from the optical perspective was coming from us with the ROADM and also the services that we're known for. And the layer 3 IP Infusion was really critical and instrumental in securing this win. And it's really the best of both worlds getting together to provide a single solution for the customer. Kelly, back to you. Oh.
Well, yes. Thank you for the summary of our solutions together. And now I would like to welcome you to share your big announcement.
Yes. So last week, we opened our Networking Innovation Center in Düsseldorf, Germany. It is officially open. We have all our equipment on display there, including the IP Infusion portfolio. We have an instance of Virtuora, our controller, running at that location. And this physical location is going to be used to invite customers to come and visit, see our product portfolio of equipment, but more importantly also, it can be used as a testing facility, as a integration and interoperability testing center. So we have space in those racks for customers to bring in their own equipment that they would like to test for either interoperability or proof of concept. And this is specifically targeted for our European customers. We already have a center like this in North America. It's the ATSC in Richardson, Texas. But now we're more than happy to announce that we officially opened the one in Düsseldorf, Germany. And for any listeners that are based in Europe, You have the opportunity to witness there all our portfolio from the L series to the T series to the S series of Winfinity, the Virtua controller, as well as the IP Infusion OCNOS Layer 3 products.
This is